Okay guys, what's up? How's it going? I'm going to be showing you in this video my chest workout that I've been doing recently. If you've been following the channel, you will know that I've been doing strength for 9 weeks, and last week I finished it, testing my PRs. So I'm officially in January going to be starting my bulk. So I've given myself this month off so I can adjust to the amount of reps, so going from a heavy weight with low reps to a lighter weight with more reps. It's quite a shock to the system, so I can't imagine what diving straight in would have been like, and I would recommend it to anyone who's doing the same thing. So we started off with some bench press for 4 sets of 12 reps with this heavy weight. We just kind of wanted to throw the weight up as much as possible. Afterwards we did 2 sets with a lighter weight. This was more so about getting the time under tension on the muscles. As you can probably tell, I moved my grip in a lot closer. It was a lot wider when I was doing the strength program. It was just what I was used to, but I got a lot of critique, a lot of tips by the powerlifters of the group, saying that it needs to be in a lot closer, especially when it gets heavier. That'll help me grow a lot faster towards the heavier end of my lifting capabilities. So I've tried to do that. It felt really different. The weights that should have been light felt quite heavy with that sort of new technique, but that's to be expected. After that we moved on to some eccentrically focused fly presses. Believe it or not, these are an actual movement. I had no idea they existed before I actually did the exercise. A friend that I train with called Adrian, he brought these into the workout today, and honestly they were actually really good for a second exercise as well. You stretch the muscle out, stretch the chest out, and then you press it up. That's kind of the main part of the exercise, is to focus on the eccentric part, stretch your chest out, and then the press isn't so much that important. So I think this was the second set we did. The third and fourth set we sort of helped each other. We helped each other press it up because we didn't want to unnecessarily waste energy on pressing the weight when the focus of the exercise was to stretch the muscle out. So we did 4 sets of 10 on this exercise. I did it with 16s, which is quite heavy for a sort of fly exercise, but you can really do that. Normally I do flies with 12s, and then I was doing it with 16s there, so that just shows that you can go a little bit heavier. After that we moved on to some dumbbell presses. This was sort of a force rep sort of scenario. It was towards the end of the workout, and usually I do this with 30s, and I was doing it with 20s, so it just shows how much fatigue the previous exercises we'd done had put on my chest. I was already really tired going into this. So yeah, about 7 reps in I started to need a hand, which is good because even though technically I am lifting less weight, I'm still contracting the muscle. After that we moved on to some pec deck exercises. One thing we did here to make the exercise much easier is we lifted the seat up a little bit so we could fit our shoulder blades over the back of the backrest, which meant we could stretch our chest out more, but that's why our hands are so high as well, because it would be too low and we'd be using the wrong muscles if our hands were lower. The final exercise we did was some front raises. This really focused on the upper chest. What you want to do is lift it no higher than your shoulders. Another thing you want to try and do is you want to pinch your back together throughout the entire movement, because that really focuses the chest and brings the shoulders out of the movement, so you don't use your shoulders as much. Right, so that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it.